It was a mixed bag for Tiger basketball in the opening week. The Tiger Basketball Report starts now.
For an athlete, there's nothing scarier than a torn ACL.
Athletes trust us with their care and their careers because we're a recognized leader in sports medicine.
Get back to your active life sooner with MedStar Sports Medicine.
Wise Markets Ice Cream Plant is based in Sunbury, Pennsylvania, and locally owned and operated. We've been making our ice cream for nearly 50 years. We create roughly 70 flavors of ice cream right now. We use local ingredients, especially our cream, which is from our milk plant. The cream is what gives our ice cream a rich and creamy texture. Now, together with our customers, we've created a product called Peanut Butter Indulgence, which will be coming out this summer. It's a peanut butter ice cream with sea salt caramel swirl, chocolate-covered pretzel. How could you go wrong with that? Personally, I love our ice cream. If you come to our house at any given time, you'll find at least 5 packets of ice cream in our freezer. Our kids grew up eating Wise quality ice cream, and now we get to treat our grandchildren to it. It's been a pleasure for me to be tasting ice cream for over 40 years for Wise Markets, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Welcome, fans, to another edition of the Tiger Basketball Report presented by the Green Turtle. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry. And Coach, it was from one end of the spectrum to the other for your basketball team last week. You played the number 5 team in the country, Virginia, and then Division III Wesley College over a span of 6 days. What can you take out of each of those ball games?
Yeah, it's still early. Not totally sure yet. I mean, I don't think we'll see anyone like Virginia. Hope we don't. If we do, it'll be a good thing.
Right.
So I actually thought we played pretty good for about 28 minutes. I like some of the things we did, and obviously not making foul shots hurt us. Wesley, those smaller teams always cause more problems than you hope as far as trying to stay in front of the ball and gambling defensively. I liked the start of the second half. Didn't love a lot else about it. We're a work in progress. Different guys played better on different nights. I think we'll find a lot more about ourselves through this upcoming tournament.
The other thing, though, that you've been able to do here in the first 2 games is you really mix and match your combinations. So, I mean, like you said, you got Noah's Ark, 2 of everybody, 2 of everything. And you've played everybody. And you've got different combinations out there on the floor. How long do you work on that to figure out what might be your best combos out there?
I don't know if it's what we do. We change teams almost daily in practice, and especially the early part of practice, first 20, 22 days of practice per se. And we track who wins and who loses. We post that every day in the locker room because try to talk about what guys impact winning. I think for us to be a good club, we're going to play a lot of guys. Right now, the kids have done a really good job of handling that, and we're going to have to handle that moving forward. So that doesn't, necessarily mean everyone's going to get what they want every night individually, but it's got to be for the good of the group. When we were good last year, we were deep. The year before that, we were really good. We were deep, and I think if we're going to be good this year, we have to be deep. That's kind of the bottom line.
Couple of guys that stand out. T.J. Howard in the game against Virginia led the team in scoring and ran the offense pretty well for you. And then against Wesley, Drayton played a great game with 21 points in his first points he ever scored. He scored 21 against Wesley. And he showed a great shot. And this is a kid that redshirted with you all of last year. What can he bring to the table?
Well, yeah, he certainly put himself into the equation with his play against Wesley. You know, he's got great physical tools, and I think he's a tough kid. And really, right now, as we evaluate, we're looking for, like, who can be that guy or two in the perimeter who's a defensive stopper by the time CAA play rolls around with some of the really good perimeter players in our league. And, you know, he's a guy I'm hoping that can get there for us. And then he kept it simple. And he's a good shooter. He works at it, shoot the ball. You know, he didn't over-dribble it. He didn't get crazy with it. He took game-speed shots, and that's what we need him to do. So now, like with our group, though, now it becomes who plays well the next couple days in practice, you know, and hopefully he'll do that.
How about T.J. Howard? What does he bring that maybe some of your other point guards haven't brought to the
table?
he's,
you know, first of all, he's a gym rat. There's no question about that. He's got an insatiable work ethic, loves basketball. He's got talent. He's pretty fast. He's pretty nifty ball handler, good vision, and he can make shots, got a quick trigger, and he's a point guard, but he's got the ability to score it. You know, we need him to, I think when he's been disruptive defensively, he can make us a good team. I think that's the next step, kind of his development to help us, is to be like a consistent defender.
So you've got these 2 games under your belt now. We'll talk later on this week about your trip to the Bahamas. You won't have anybody to race down the sliding boards there like you did in Florida last year.
That was like a
question whether you won or not.
That was like a mismatch.
I question whether you won or not. But anyway, you look at your team after 2 games. You did not have Jordan McNeil in either of those ball games. I know you're hoping to get him back for the Bahamas. And Dennis Tunstall maybe hasn't played as many minutes as you wanted him to play because he's got this sore hamstring. So what an effect will those 2 have, Dennis at full strength and Jordan able to play?
I mean, I told Dennis last year he played the last 6 weeks on 2 broken toes. You'd think a hamstring wouldn't be anything. We had to get him back healthy. He's as valuable as anybody we got. And I'm excited to get Jordan going. Hopefully we'll have him for the Bahamas. He had a really good off season and first couple weeks of practice. But they bring experience. They practice the right way. They understand how to play. I think they're intelligent players. So, yeah, we're evolving. But you know, we want to have we need those guys to get where we want to get to. What are you wearing today, by the way? It's very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice. It's like a multi-dimensional color and tiger. I like that. It's nice. You should
try it sometime.
Yeah, I will.
Instead of the boring stuff you always wear. The gray matches your hair. Anyway, that will do it for this edition of the Tiger Basketball Report. Join Coach Skerry and I later on this week, and we'll talk about the Tigers' trip to the Bahamas.
What matches your hair?
Oh, invisible ink. Anyway, we'll be back later on this week with another edition of the Tiger Basketball Report. For the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry, I'm Spiro Morekas. As always, go Tigers.